20,000 years ago, humanity vanished. There was no final battle, no burning planets, no broken fleets drifting in space. One day, human signals filled the stars. The next day, nothing. The Galactic Archive marked Earth as extinct. Cause unknown. Civilization lost. At first, the alien empires searched. They sent probes to Earth's last known colonies. They scanned the solar system again and again. They found empty cities, silent stations, cold shipyards, but no bodies, no wreckage, no proof of war. It was as if humanity had stepped out of the galaxy. Over time, the search stopped. Humans became a lesson in alien schools, a warning about emotional species, a story told to young officers about how weak civilizations fade. 20,000 years passed. The galaxy moved on. Empires rose. Empires fell. Borders changed. New species joined the council. And then on the edge of map space, a deep listening station detected something impossible. A signal. Old. Encrypted. Human. The station officers thought it was an error. Human encryption had not been used in 20 millennia. That language was dead, but the signal repeated. Stronger this time. It came from a region marked dead for 18,000 years. No stars. No traffic. No colonies. Then space itself bent. A massive shadow tore out of fold space. It was not a fleet. It was one ship. Black. Silent. Larger than any battleship ever built. Ancient Terran symbols glowed across its hull. The name translated slowly across every system. TSS Phantom. A single message followed. Humanity was never gone. And across the galaxy, fear began to grow. The TSS Phantom did not move. It remained near the dead zone, silent and dark, like a shadow that refused to fade. Every major empire turned its long-range sensors toward it. Scanners tried to measure its mass, its weapons, its power core. The results made no sense. Energy levels shifted every second. Its structure seemed to change shape under observation. Some readings showed advanced technology. Others showed something far older than known science. The Galactic Council called an emergency session. How can a dead species build something like this? One ambassador asked. No one had an answer. The Phantom finally moved, but not forward. It drifted slowly toward an old human border system, a system abandoned thousands of years ago. Then it transmitted a signal, not a threat, not a demand, just a question. Did you truly believe silence meant extinction? The message spread across every network in seconds. Markets froze. Military fleets powered up. Defense shields activated around core worlds. But the Phantom did not attack. Instead, it released something small. A single object detached from its hull and entered the abandoned system. It looked like a probe. Moments later, the dead human colony world below began to glow. Power grids activated. Ancient cities lit up. Orbital platforms that had been dark for 20,000 years came online. Human technology, long thought lost, awakened in perfect condition. The galaxy watched in fear. This was not a random return. This was preparation. And if one forgotten world could wake up so easily, how many others were waiting? Fear quickly turned into pride. Not every empire believed the warnings. Some called the Phantom a trick. Some said it was only one ship. In the outer regions, a powerful warlord saw opportunity. If he could destroy the human ghost ship, he would become legend. He gathered 300 warships, heavy cruisers, carriers, siege platforms, the largest fleet ever sent to a single target. They arrived in formation, surrounding the Phantom from every direction. The human ship did not move. No shields activated. No weapons charged. No defensive pattern formed. It simply floated in silence. The warlord smiled. Fire. 300 ships released everything at once. Plasma beams burned across space. Missiles streaked forward. Rail cannons tore open the vacuum. The explosion swallowed the Phantom in light. For a moment, the galaxy believed it was over. Then the light faded. The Phantom remained. No damage. No visible shields. Not even a scratch on its dark hull. The alien fleet hesitated. Then the Phantom responded. It did not fire a beam. It did not launch missiles. It released a single pulse. A quiet wave moved outward in all directions. No sound, no flash. One by one, the alien ships shut down. Weapons offline. Engines dead. Life support failing. 300 warships drifted helplessly in space. The Phantom finally spoke. You were measured. A second pulse followed. This time, the fleet did not drift. It vanished. No wreckage. No debris. Only empty space. Across the galaxy, silence returned. But this silence felt different. It felt like judgment. The destruction of the fleet changed everything. No empire laughed now. No one called humanity weak. 300 warships had vanished without a trace. Not destroyed. Not damaged. Removed. The Galactic Council ordered every archive reopened. Old human records were studied again. Ancient trade logs. Military reports. Exploration maps from 20,000 years ago. A pattern began to appear. In the final centuries before humanity vanished, they had stopped expanding. They stopped fighting border wars. They withdrew fleets from contested systems. At the time, other empires believed humans were collapsing. Now it looked different. It looked planned. Deep space sensors started detecting strange signals at the edge of the galaxy. Faint, hidden, coordinated. Dormant objects began activating across forgotten systems. Old human satellites powered up. Buried stations rose from beneath dead moons. Silent factories restarted in asteroid belts. All of them connected. All of them waiting. The Phantom transmitted a new message, not loud, but clear enough for every intelligence network to decode. For 20,000 years, we observed. Images followed. Wars between alien empires. Planets stripped for resources. Species enslaved. Civilizations erased. The message continued. We measured your growth. We studied your patterns. We learned your strengths and your weaknesses. Then one final sentence appeared. We did not disappear. We stepped beyond your sight. At the far edge of known space, something massive moved in the dark. The Phantom was not alone. It had never been alone. And the galaxy finally understood the truth. Humanity had not gone extinct. Humanity had been preparing. The galaxy no longer asked if humanity was real. Now they asked what humanity wanted. Military fleets pulled back to defensive positions. Trade routes slowed. Even the strongest empires stopped expanding. No one wished to become the next example. Then the Phantom transmitted again. This time, it was not only words. A map appeared across every major network. Red markers covered hundreds of systems. Each red point represented a war, a forced occupation, a species erased from history. The data was perfect. Dates, coordinates, names of commanders. Secret operations once believed hidden forever. The message was calm. For 20,000 years, we watched your choices. A second layer of markers appeared. Blue this time. These were worlds that chose peace. Systems that ended wars early. Leaders who protected weaker species. You were given time to grow, the Phantom continued. Some of you learned. Some of you did not. Panic spread through aggressive empires. Defense ministers demanded retaliation. Admirals prepared fleets. But the Phantom added one final line. We do not seek conquest. Silence followed. Then, across several red mark systems, something impossible happened. Massive alien war stations shut down instantly. Planetary cannons went dark. Slave labor camps lost power. Invasion fleets lost control of their navigation systems. No explosions. No destruction. Just removal of power. A demonstration. The Phantom spoke once more. Correction begins. At the far edge of the galaxy, new signals appeared. Hundreds of them. Not ships attacking. Not fleets invading. Human signatures. Moving inward. The silent species was returning. Not as conquerors, but as judges. The human signals grew stronger each hour. They did not rush forward like an invasion. They advanced slowly. Calm. Controlled. From deep space, massive shapes emerged from fold space. Not hundreds. Not thousands. Millions. Human vessels of every size entered the galaxy in perfect formation. Some were larger than moons. Others were small and fast, moving like shadows between stars. But they did not fire. Instead, they spread out. In red mark systems, oppressive fleets found their weapons permanently disabled. War factories shut down and could not restart. Military command networks lost access to targeting systems. No planets burned. No cities fell. Human ships simply removed the ability to wage war. Across blue mark systems, something different happened. Old human technology was shared. Clean energy grids activated. Medical data unlocked cures once thought impossible. Trade routes stabilized. The message was clear. Humanity was not here to rule. They were here to balance. The Phantom appeared above the Galactic Council's central world. Its dark hull blocked out the stars, yet it still did not attack. One final transmission echoed across the galaxy. For 20,000 years we prepared, not for revenge, for responsibility. Images followed. Humans evolving in deep space, building beyond known physics, learning from their past mistakes. We left because we were not ready. The message continued. We return because we are. The galaxy understood at last. Silence had never meant weakness. It had meant growth. As human fleets took positions across the stars, not as conquerors but as guardians, a new era began. The age of chaos ended. The age of humanity had returned.